All right, guys, I got a little bit of a story to tell you to start off today. So, you'll see me hobble into the frame. I got a little boot on my right foot because I accidentally broke my toe. Boo hoo. Anyways, so I'm in this little cast boot thing for like 3 to 6 weeks. Really, it's only a support. Like the only thing I really need to do is splint my toes together, like splint, not split, like wrap them with like this adhesive or whatever to keep the one toe that's broken is my fourth toe on my right foot. It's pointing out to the side, and so I need the splint to help the toe point straight. Anyways, I haven't been to the gym since last Saturday or Friday, I think Friday, and so today was a much needed return. And so anyways, I did some whatever I could, honestly, like heavy RDLs. I really believe I could squat, but I'm not sure I'm ready for that yet. And I definitely don't want to push anything, so RDLs and stuff. The boot actually gives me a pretty sturdy platform under my foot. If you watch my videos in the past, I usually wear these ratty slides that I have, these sandals to the gym. I don't like wearing running shoes because like all the cushion on the bottom is like an unstable surface. But anyways, this this boot actually kind of resembles what I think a weightlifting shoe would do. So maybe when I have money in the future, I'll invest in that. So regardless of injuries and stuff, I'm doing my best to do anything I can because my progress is the most important thing to me. Like obviously I can't play volleyball anymore. Probably not gonna play basketball for a minute, but that stuff is all secondary. I really need to get stronger and healthier, and this is the outlet. This is how I get it. This is the source. So, anyways, I also mentioned a few times ago I have this new rule for myself. Like I'm not so focused on producing content daily as I am sharing stuff when I learn. So today I have an experience. Honestly, could share so much, but I have an experience I wanted to talk about where I just went on my first date since I've been back from my mission. And for any of you guys that don't know, I've been back for 11 months, and that's a pretty freaking long time. And so the only reason I haven't been on a date is two reasons. One is because I've been out of state, like out of Utah, in a place where like I haven't lived before. So I've been living in Orlando. Now I'm recently moved back to Utah. Second is it's almost like I was practicing abstinence, but not for sex, just for talking to girls, which is kind of a lame thing as it sounds. But I realized something towards the end of my mission, and when I got home, I realized that like most guys just aren't cut out for a relationship the same way that most girls are not these days. That's why they all end poorly. It's because most people are just not prepared for the stress and the requirements of a relationship. And so I decided that I needed to rebuild myself and become a new person before I could date. And so I've been doing that for the last 11 months. Actually, this month in July, it will be a year on July 21st that I came home from my mission. So I've been very satisfied with my progress personally in the last 11 months. I've been working to get stronger, smarter, like a better person, kinder, and everything in every aspect. And I can say honestly that I am a better person now because of it. And so I haven't dated. I've like sparsely. Is that the word sparsely? And there's also scarcely. They're synonyms. But I've barely even talked to girls, in the time I've been home. So one thing that's super easy is to get caught up in talking to women, talking to girls, because these days I feel like girls will do anything just to get some attention, and therefore they'll find guys that are nice that they can talk to, but that they would never go out on a date with or never be in a relationship with. And the reasoning for this is because girls are somewhat insecure. This is just my my understanding. Maybe I'm wrong. And the funny thing too is that girls will always say like that they hate the generalization, but you have to be general until you know something specific, in my opinion. So I generalize this saying that girls are very sensitive and shy, and the ones that aren't have an even bigger emotional problem that they're trying to fill, like a hole in their, like a void or whatever. So if a girl's talking to you, you have to understand that if she was the one kind of like being flirty and initiating the talking and stuff, she doesn't really like you that much. It's only because you're available, you look good enough that like when other people see you talking to her, she feels validated, thinking that she's better than she is, or that whatever image she has in her head. Girls are normally very self-deprecating. She wants to build up her self-image by like talking to a guy that makes it look like she has more going on for her than what she does. It's a very complicated thing. It's all psychological, and honestly, it's nonsense, but it's just the reality that I've learned. When a girl really likes you, she will more likely be very shy around you and reserved, and she'll allow you to kind of to approach her, like the same way that like the bee goes to the flower and delivers the pollen. It's like the flower never has to chase the bee. The flower just receives whatever a man can provide. He has to take it to the woman, and so she'll open up if she likes you. If she doesn't, she won't. But like girls that open up first are really desperate and they're really looking just for attention. The thing is that most girls can get attention from most guys. And what they can do, if they're smart about it, is they can have this whole rotation going where, like, if they blow it with one guy, like they do something too excessive, too crazy, or whatever, they literally don't give a crap because then the next guy is going to give them the same attention that you were giving them. So the girls that are so forward and open typically have less to be afraid of only because they actually don't like you. It's just something crazy that I've learned. So anyways, I went on this date because I was playing volleyball before I broke my toes like 2 weeks ago. And there's a super cute girl that I was like, I was kind of observing. I made sure I said hi to her and kind of asked her name. And you can just gauge, I could tell off the interaction that she was happy. She was happy she got she got recognized, almost like she got chosen. That's the idea, is that the guy has to choose the girl, but then really it's the girl choosing the guy at the end of the day. So anyways, I talked to her a little bit throughout the game, playing volleyball and stuff, and then I asked her for her number. And she gave me her number. The thing you have to, I guess you have to tell is how invested is the girl in your interaction, because if she's simply receiving the attention, she's not going to go much further than that. So I made sure I tried to set up a date for the very next day, and then she was texting back super quick. And when we met up, she was on time, like even a little bit early. Like we both pulled up at the same time, like a few minutes early. And the date itself didn't go so great, only because I don't know. I don't think she's at the place yet where I would need a woman to be for me to consider her. She is like a year or two younger than me. I'm 21. I think she's like 19 or something. And anyways, she's a good person. She's smart, but she just hasn't really like considered a lot of things about life. Like during our conversation, I was bringing up things that she didn't really know how to respond to. She's not dumb by any means or stupid at all. It's just that like I've gone a little bit further in life, and so I'm looking for a woman that can follow suit, I guess, and like that can keep up with the way I think and everything. I'm sorry, by the way, that I haven't been keeping up with the workout right now in the video. I just had to share that quick experience. But to any guys out there watching, you got to work on yourself, and yet you got to be the caliber of man that any girl would want, and then that way you get to choose the top quality girl as well. Here I switched the camera angle because I have a problem, I think, where my left wrist is a little bit more extended, or like my palm is flatter than on my right hand. So my bench press mechanics are slightly off, and so I wanted to confirm, and so I moved the camera over there. And I think the problem is very slight, but it is there, because you can notice while I was doing the bench press, the bar on the left side kind of tends to go down first. And then it's almost like I'm doing a slightly larger range of motion on my left side than on my right side. So I tried fixing it throughout the rest of the workout. And on my heavy set, which was 185, which is close to like 85 or 90% of my max, I made sure I tried to lock in my mechanics as best as I could. That's the key, I guess, to building strength, is that you lower the weight to a workable level, like 60 to 80%. I prefer like 70 to 80, but anyways, it's heavy enough to feel it, and it will force you to recognize where your weaknesses are. And then you make sure that like you lock in mentally for the last set, whatever heavy set you're doing, you have to lock in mentally, and throughout the course of the workout, whatever problems you notice, whatever mechanical inefficiencies, you got to lock in and do your best to implement every single correction you can for the last workout, because this is the heaviest set, and like technically this has the greatest potential of damaging your body if you were to do it wrong. So yeah, that's about it for today. I'm pretty sure bench press was my last exercise. I did some bicep stuff because I believe biceps are important for bench press. It's almost like a suspension system, like you got the drivers are the triceps, but like the suspension holding the other side is the biceps. So I did that a little bit. But yeah, that's it for today. Hopefully you guys learned something. I didn't really have enough time to rant like I normally would, but it can be a good thing as well that I didn't talk so much. So have a good day, guys. Make sure you get something done, be productive, and be who you are. And yeah.